Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M40 M43. It's on the north spawn of Redshire and it's under the command of Marybanks. Well, the battle started but her guns dropped, but that is an 8-inch howitzer, I can tell that because the length of the barrel. The short fat one is the big 8-inch, the long thin one, that's the 155mm. Okay, well, Marybanks is making her way over to the west side of northwest corner where you can see the sea. Now this is the Arty that's actually based on the hull of an M4, and they did have one of these and one of the version with the 155mm gun, that's the M40, in the European theatre during the Second World War. Okay, it's more likely to be seen during the war in Korea than it was during the Second World War, but they were there. Okay, she's now looking at a group of enemy tanks on the reverse slope of that hill. M40 120, she's fired a round in and nothing come back yet. Don't know if she hit anyone. Now, Marybanks is actually staying fairly close to the ground you hear, so she's not actually getting a full picture of what's going on. It's sometimes actually helpful to be a bit further up so you can actually see what's going on like this. And I'm doing that manually at the moment, but Marybanks is aiming towards that object 140. It's a tier 10 battle. She's tier 8 Arty, which means she's going to earn extra XP for all the shots she gets on higher tier opponents. And there's a higher tier opponent, that's an AMX 1390, a tier 9 tank. She's only a tier 8, so... Okay, another target. This time it's a Tortoise, tier 9 tank destroyer. And that is a Mouse, the tier 10 German monster. Aiming ahead of him. That's it. Rounds out. Looks perfect. Lands next door to him. Stuns him, but it didn't do a lot of splash. Oh! Did she? Yes, she got some stun assist off that. In fact, she got a lot of stun assist off that. So she'll be quite happy with that. She's got a score started. Now going for the Tortoise. Now she's quickly flipping between different targets. Lost sight of any of the targets on the reverse side of the hill. That's the shell crater when she fired in the last time. But she can't see any targets there because there's nobody spotting them. Ideally at the moment she wants to be going after that object 140. And she's lost sight of him. Oh, there he is. Okay. She's dialing in. Almost ready to go. That looks good. Rounds out. Lands just in front of him though. Stuns him all the same. And she's picking up stun assist. She's moved a little bit closer. Oh, and the object 140 is just taken out RT-54, but he might be about to die anyway, because the Tiger II is engaging him at close range. Now, we're still reloading. Reload time is 44.1 seconds, which is quite long really, because normally it's about 35, 34 if you've got a rammer and a BIA crew. She's trying to get a solution on the object 140, who's very close to the gates. She's loaded, rounds out, hit. 396 hit points off that one. And she's picked up some stun assistance as well. And the object 140's gone down, that's good news. And she's completing the first part of her mission in this battle. I think she had to score a certain number of assists or stun assist, and she got it. Okay, going for the E50. I think she thought that E50 was going to follow our player down the trench or down the moat. Oh, and the Progetto goes into the dip. She's almost loaded. She might be able to get a nice shot on him the moment she is loaded. She's loaded now. Rounds out. Oh, now, what happened there? I'm not sure where that shell went. but she's decided to move and relocate. She's run into the rock. Yep. Needs to move and move quickly, because that E50 could be headed this direction. It's beginning to look like the team is actually consolidating their grab on the east side of the battlefield, but the enemy has the castle and the central part of the battlefield. Looks like our teammate in the M40 needs to move. Yep, and Marybanks, or was it somebody else, was pointing out, well, she was pointing out where that E50M was, so if he doesn't move, he could be the next victim of that E50. Okay, that looks like she's got away from that E50 now, because she's got teammates nearby who should be able to protect her. If she can get into this dip here, then she can start firing at the enemy again. That's good. Excellent. Nice little dip here. That'll do nicely. Okay. Now she's gone back to the reverse side of that hill again. And another tip here actually is she's at the edge of the field of fire. You can notice the field of fire is quite wide, and that's because the gun can swivel in its mount. But ideally what she wants to do is center her field of fire, that green line that goes from her towards the south. She needs to center that on where she thinks the enemy target's going to be. And she's now looking for a tracer from the enemy Arty towards the south, hoping that if she spots the enemy Arty, she'll be able to fire around at him. Again, this is one of these moments where it really does help if you're a little higher, because then you can see the tracer more clearly. The higher up you are, the more the area that you're going to see. Okay, we've spotted another enemy. It's the M40 120. Again, he's at the field of fire, but she's spotted a tank destroyer, the Griller, right at the back of the map. And she's dialing in on that position. Lost sight of him. Switching targets again. If you keep switching targets quickly after failing to dial in on target, you will miss out on opportunities. And the Griller 15 has suddenly appeared again, even after she dialed in. And yep, she's now dialing in, and now he's disappeared. So if she'd stayed on the Griller earlier when he was spotted, then she might have got that shot on him. Okay, the E50M is in sight, so we can dial in on that spot. She's looking for him now. Okay, she's got a red line, which means there's a target or something in the way, and it might be the Zeppelin actually. Yep, she's got a red line there, definite red line. Now she's got a green line, but she's lost sight of the E50. There he is, and now she's got a red line again. It's bound to be the Zeppelin. That's what's causing the problem. She switched targets because the AMX 1390 has been seen off to the west. And she switched targets again. Now, again, I'd say that this is not the good thing to do, because it means that what you're going to do is you're going to be constantly dialing in on new targets, and you're never going to get any accurate shots. Stick with one target and try and nail that guy. And if he disappears from sight and he's not seen again, switch to a new target then, but stay on that one until you've got it. Again, the Zeppelin's in the way, and she's got a red line, so she can't shoot. She would hit the Zeppelin. Yep, she's got no shot. The AMX 1390 is in sight and she has a shot on him. And he's now gone into the water. She's loaded. She fires. She could get a hit here. She does get the kill. She took him out. That's good. And it's still 9-all. Oh, the enemy just lost another one. It was the E50. Our M40, M43, the other guy, the M40 managed to get the kill. And, well, they got the gorilla as well. The 60 TP just nailed him. And now we're looking at the convoy, but unfortunately that tower is in the way. So she's trying to aim for the corner. She might just get a splash that will do enough damage to that convoy to allow our Striv 103B to come around the corner and finish him off. Rounds out. Hopefully this will hit. Hits the building, but it still does some damage. 94. He's stunned. The enemy's Striv just killed our EBR. Oh, what's happening here? She's... Okay, she's aiming towards the water because the enemy Arty was last seen in the water down here. And this one's the FV207, which is a very slow British Tier 8. Almost loaded. I think she's going to try a shot, a blind shot. Rounds out. Hopefully it's all hit. Well. Oh, he pulled away. He drove away very slowly. I'll bet he's feeling lucky that he did pull away. And there's the convoy. Oh my gum, he's actually fairly close to her. Not sure he's in sight yet, but he will be shortly. He's looking. He's looking. Marybanks is not loaded yet, but she will be shortly if she can get a shot on target. Lost sight of the convoy. She switched to the Striv again. She didn't need to. The convoy's in sight of the Scorpion. She could have got a hit on that. She fires at the Striv. The Striv's been taken down. It's only the convoy left alive. But he's just over that hill and he's headed towards her, which means that she might be spotted by him. The 60 TP's headed to the cap. The Striv 103B is trying to help. Now she's backing up, but she might get seen by that convoy. Unless the Striv 103B gets back in time. There he is. He's going for the M40. He takes him out. Marybanks is almost loaded. He's now probably going to try and get her so he can get a Pascucci's. She's loaded. Fires around in anyway. The Striv's overlooking the spot, the copse where the convoy's located at the moment, so he should be able to spot him from up on top of the hill. If the convoy was hit, the splash might have told him where Marybanks is located, but the 60 TP is in the cap at this moment, so he is capping out. And if the convoy wants to get to the cap, he's going to have to go past the Striv. And Marybanks has got into the river, so that she's got the maximum protection from sight. He's going to have to get pretty close to see her. Okay, that's the last minute. 35 seconds to go on the cap. That convoy's going to have to race back towards his own cap, and I'm not sure he'd make it in time anyway. Marybanks fires around in anyway. She'll not be able to get another shot off this game because there's not enough time left. 13, 12, 11, 10. Looks like the 60 TP is going to get his Invader medal. And that's it. They've done it. They've won the battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a first class tanker for Marybanks in the M40, M43. And she managed to get a win 8 for that battle. Oh, well, it's the first time she's had a first class, I should say, in this tank, in this Arty, because she's got the scrolls underneath, and she also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 13 in that one. And her win 8 for that game was 2,164, which is very good. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, yep, she won the battle with only a few seconds to go, actually. And the 60 TP picked up an invader tank for getting, invader medal for getting 3,451 hit points of damage, the highest damage in the game. That Conway, he got a tank sniper for doing 2,708 hit points of damage, but we never caught sight of him again after he went into that copse. I think he probably did leave the copse, but he went via the west route and avoided the strip. Marybanks managed to get 1,875 hit points of that damage, which puts her in the top 6 on her team. And when it came to kills, well, it was the 60 TP again. He got 4 kills, and the Conway got 4, and then 3 kills to the Scorpion G. Marybanks got 1 kill in that game. But when it came to base XP, yeah, she's much higher on the table there. She's got 1,053 base experience points, and she was only beaten by the EBR75 FL10, who got 1,231. And the reason he got that was he got a lot of spotting assists in that game, 3,578. His win 8 was 2,634, and he got a patrol duty in that game as well. Marybanks fired 13 rounds. She got 2 direct hits, no penetrations, but 10 splash. Damage of 1,875 hit points at more than 300 meters. She damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, and did 2,319 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. On a premium count, she earned 49,364 credits, and after resupply of the ammo, and it is expensive ammo, she took away 25,054 credits. She picked up 1,579 XP, times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,159 experience points altogether. So at least it was a victory at the end. It's a bit annoying when you don't know where the last enemy's gone, because of course you do earn more XP if you can actually kill all of the enemy, but that Conway was determined not to be seen, and I suspect, yes, he did manage to evade that strip and was trying to get back to his own cap without being killed in the process. And yes, Marybanks could have been on the receiving end of a shell from that Conway if he'd actually come by the east route, but I don't think he wanted to do that, because I think he thought that if he actually came across Marybanks, she'd shotgun him with that 8-inch gun, and that would be the end of his game. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that little notification bell so you get alerted when a new video comes out. And thank you for watching.